Hey you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do like a little reading. I'm gonna use the teachings of Buddha. So I'm gonna go ahead and check out and see what this book has got to tell us right now. So let's go ahead and just see what it wants to say. Um, so that way we can see what prayers we should be focused on at this time as a general collective. So now we'll have Buddha. The Buddha says, wow, the Buddha's talking to us. Swiggity. All right. So the Buddha said, if outsiders speak against me, the teaching, or the order, you should not be angry, for that would prevent your own self-conquest. Similarly, if they praise us, right? Yeah. But you should find out what is false or true and acknowledge the fact. And even in praise, it is only of trifling matters that an uncovered man might speak of me. So this is just talking about like if this is because I once saw this one lady and she said small people talk about people, and then medium-sized people talk about things, and then big people talk about events. Little tiny people and medium people and big people, giants were actually if you want to get into that, but I don't know too much about giants. I think they were angels, but either way, now the Buddha is saying outsiders speak against me. Now whether or not it's going to be negative or positive, it would be preventing your own self-conquest. Similarly, if you praise, but you should find out what is true or false, right? And acknowledge just the fact, regardless of what is, casting judgment on others will only cast judgment upon yourself, and doing things upon others only does things upon yourself. So when you project an energy, because I talked about this in one of my other readings, but I didn't really go into it, but basically when you project things onto people, it's always going to be reflected back at you. Just like how the moon, I can draw it for you guys. The moon is the receptive energy, okay? So let's see here. So the moon, so we have the moon. Put it over here. Moon. We'll just make it like a little tiny moon. And then we have the sun. Here comes the sun, little darling. So the sun is always the projector. And then the moon is always going to be, we'll say the screen. We can even use a movie reference. So the moon is going to be the screen. If you think about going into just a movie theater, you always have the energy of the projector that projects the films. Right? And that's the projector. And then the screen, which is just there to put on the show with the people. So that's just the people there. And it's this projects onto that, but then it reflects back, right? So there's always this energy of going to one point, but then it bouncing back to where it came from. So everything is always doing this, and it can go this. I guess this is where the energy of the wavelength comes in. So the energy, wow, I'm so crazy smart. Oh my gosh, should I even share this with you guys? I'm just kidding, no. But Like, honestly, this is why I'm such a blessing. Like, honestly, if you're on my channel and like you get to watch all of these things, like, you're so blessed. Just like how I'm blessed to have you in my energy too. But I am so blessed to even be able to share this with you guys. But look at this. This is so crazy because that means that the wavelength goes here. That means that it keeps on going, and like no matter, and I guess that's how the wavelength goes. Yeah. For sure. So yeah, awesome sauce. So yeah, like I said, and that's how things go, and that's how, like, a wave gets created. So we have to think about things like that. So if we have like this little movie projector projecting the light onto this moon, then the moon is always going to reflect that light back to the sun, or at least in the sun's direction. So yeah, so that's how that's going to work, because if you are projecting something at something else, because that means the moment that you start projecting, because we can both project and receive. So you can either choose to be projecting or you can choose to receive. So now you can choose to project, and projecting will cause, like your energy to go out into a particular direction. You might feel like you're thinking about something, and you can, like, just kind of feel that your energy is being pulled into something. You can feel where your energy is being pulled because it's where your attention is. So wherever your attention is, you can be projecting towards it. And whatever you can be thinking about, you can be projecting those particular energies toward whatever your attention is toward. So yes. Now, and then whatever you put your attention on, or whatever you're sending your attention to, is just going to project back at you in a way. So no matter what, we are always, constantly, doing everything for ourselves. Like, everything that we do is honestly for your own self and for your own universe. So, yeah. Anyways, um, um, I don't know what else I want to do. I guess that I'll pull a rune out. So let's go ahead and just pull some out. Like, we'll pull out 5 or something. And yeah, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I guess this is the 6th one. So okay, so now we have like something that is unclear. And this is here, and then this, and that's. Man, how many did it get? I thought I said 5. Okay. Alright, so anyways, let's go ahead and see here. Runes. So now what we do have is, this is unknown, and then this is, let's just start with this one. So this one is mankind, the self, friends, enemies, social order. Oh, okay. Enemies, right? So that's the energy of enemies, okay? So, because like we had that energy of, like, coming from the Buddha, right? Saying, like, it doesn't matter, like, what people think or say about you, like whether or not it's good or bad, because no matter what, it's always just going to be going towards their own self-conquest, because, we're all on our own journey, and this is all for, your own self. So whoever, you are, and, like, whatever person, like, don't ever mind it when people praise you or when people dishonor you, because it can only ever really be only, like, in order for them to really feel that way, it can only really be like a projection of, like, their own self. But yeah, and then so this is that energy of, like, just people in the energy, like, just people, okay? So just people, just anybody, honestly, really, honestly, that's, but enemies kind of showing, but we do have emotions here, because this is fantasy, water, power of renewal, and dreams. So, like, a lot of, like, Maybe you could be seeing people in your dreams, hearing their voices, or anything like that. Now, this is just the unknown, showing the fact that there's the moon. So, yeah, definitely. And then this one here is just going to be ice. So, challenge, frustration. Um, this is like things that aren't changing with ice. That means cold weather. So, things that have remained stagnant for a very long time. And that means psychological blocks. So, maybe there could be definitely like certain things that are underneath the moon and you don't necessarily see clearly in regards to like maybe like people in your area or people around you projecting whatever energy they're projecting onto you. But clean your energy. You know, what can help with that, I guess, is like, you can like put the intention in is I'm going to fight this stagnant cold weather energy with a warm shower cleansing bath. So that way, this can fight away that energy. So just like, like try to make up creative like ways, because like, like you can think of anything to like, fight like negative energies. It's like just it's up to you. It's whatever you feel called to do in regards to your own being, in regards to your own feminine energy. So now we do have this a wild ox of physical strength, speed, untamed potential. So this is showing that there's like something here that just kind of wants to get loose or wants to change in some kind of way. Showing also here, there's going to be some kind of relationship here. So there could have been like a lot of like unknown things, like some kind of like an unknown stagnant period that is very passionate here. So this is kind of like the energy of a beast, like an untamed animal, just like really just like ready to go. And like this is in regards to like relationships and commitment. Now, this here is going to be about honor, justice, leadership, and authority. So, this is like emperor energy. So, taking charge and making something here what it is that you want. So, this is also about confusion, because the untamed animal can really just kind of be like the energy of just like, not really knowing where to go, not having like a clear, like, direction, but because of like maybe just confusion here. And this is going to be in regards to like the emotions and the dreams, like just feeling very confused. But here we do have that there is like a clear direct arrow, like this is showing a direction. So this is showing the fact that there is going to be a direction, a way shower, something here. This is showing hope here, because this arrow is going to fall in the middle of the target here in my dream I just saw. So now we just have honor and justice. So that means that there's going to be like some kind of justification. So that shows guidance. Justice always brings guidance. And then we do have torch, vision, revelation, and creativity and technical ability. So there's going to be some kind of ability that you have to create some kind of solution in regards to whatever has been like kind of stagnating. Like no matter what people might say, no matter what like the people might say, no matter what confusions or options that they might put in your way, they're all just clouds, they're all just bubbles, and they're just all fogging the energy. So, you're going to be able to see things clear soon, the moment that this era releases. And it just, the speed of the arrow, the speed of the truth, the speed of the speed, or like, yeah, the speed will bring so much, so much truth that it will clear away all of the things that don't matter, like all of the things that are not true. So now we have to remember, we have to have a clear vision about what is true and false, because people are going to talk how they're going to talk, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, you did this so good, you've done this so good, and oh, I don't know about that, I don't know about that. They always do that. But like then you just kind of like leaves you like curious about like, oh wow, maybe I'm doing a good job. And then like, like then like you go and do something that you think is actually a good job. And then you're just like, oh, because like you can't make people happy. The only person that you can make happy is yourself. You can't make people happy. Like, I mean, that you can try, but it's like, I mean, you just like kind of put in yourself in that people pleaser energy. But yeah, don't let people cause like a facade around you, or like, I mean, it's not a bad thing to be like a people pleaser. Like those kinds of angels are such a blessing, like to come by, but you know, like that's just like, I mean, I feel like but I don't know. Either way, just like keep on doing whatever you feel is best for you, because this is about just like, you know, owning your own conquest as your own, and not allowing other people's opinions to sway you into doing certain things, because you know people can coax you and tempt you into making a choice that maybe you wouldn't have made if they didn't do that. You know, that creates like unknown things, and they're like, maybe there was like some kind of like, you know, maybe there's some kind of like, I mean, I don't know, like this is like an energy of like maybe some kind of drought, where maybe there was like an energy of not knowing certain things, but finally a masculine energy comes through and shines some light on maybe like a relationship or something here, where there was like some kind of goal that you had here, and it brings forth, I don't know, but either way, it'll bring justice toward you, and you will have some kind of revelation. And a revelation, I believe, is like something here that is good revelation. So, so it's a surprise or the divine or supernatural disclosure of humans, of something relating to a human existence in the world. But it's also a surprising and previously unknown fact, especially one that is made known in a dramatic way. So this can be done in a very dramatic way. So there's just like a big, very like good change for you. So no matter what, like even if you see stagnicity now, it's going to, you know, it's kind of going to even out. Like things are going to clear out regardless of all the people in your energy. So just know that, and know that you're awesome, and keep on being just who you are, because nobody can take that away from you ever. They'll never be able to, you know, take that away from you. You are who you are, and own it and love it and be it. So, yeah, you guys have a great day, and just, you know, continue to be yourselves and be happy, and just spread love, light, and joy to the world, because, you know, might as well just be it. All right. Have a great one. Bye.